What are we getting into today? Going to record this intro actually in the video because time is very important to me for the next couple of weeks. We are playing the Slivers deck brought to us by Aiden, aka Joyful Waffle of Duress Crew. And if you look at this deck and kind of blur your vision a little bit, it just looks like Gro. You got this blue-white creature, you got this green creature, some counter spells, a couple of diamonds, a bunch of good like blue-based 5-color mana, Gush, foil, all that stuff. But it's an imposter. We're playing Slivers, so what we're doing is we're playing a couple Plated Sliver, and that's just, this card simply is a Sliver, but it pumps Sliver's toughness, so it makes it better in combat. Our most important Sliver isn't Meddling Mage, it's Crystalline Sliver. All Slivers have Shroud. This is going to be the linchpin of how this deck actually functions. We are basically trying to do the Gro thing, where we like stay up on cards, interact at every point we need to, but Crystalline Sliver, as Aiden from Duress Crew mentioned, really good against Parallax Replenish. If this thing's in play, their Opal Wave combo can't stop you. They can block unless you have Winged Sliver in play, which is all Slivers have flying. And then we've also got Muscle Sliver to increase the clock. Also, there are some very interesting hyper-aggressive openers that involve multiple Muscle Slivers. We've also got 2 Essence Sliver. Sometimes you play against Sly. Sometimes you play this and you just beat Sly for free. Sideboard is basically a Gro-A-Tog sideboard. Mages, Plagues, Blasts, Worship. Worship's a little bit more specific to this deck because Worship plus Crystalline Sliver is a lock in some matchups. And then Rave Revelation, Disenchant. That's the deck. I've never played it before. Hopefully I don't ruin it. Let's hop into a league. Alrighty, we found our round 1 opponent, and our hand contains Crystalline Sliver plus foil counterspell, Portent. I think we're just keeping this no matter what in every matchup. This seems pretty good. Are we slivering? That's right, Emery. We are slivering. City of Brass. Okay. Take a little drawski. Our own City of Brass. Well, we're not going to play that just yet. We're going to Portent looking for some more Slivers. 2 Winged Slivers plus Crystalline Sliver equals really fast clock. So we'll go bottom the mine, put 2 Winged Slivers on top, don't shuffle, and pass. Then we're just going to go Crystalline Sliver into Winged Slivers and hope it's good enough. That mono black list with blackmail was spicy. I couldn't believe you took that one. I couldn't believe I won that matchup either, because they were playing what appeared to me. They appeared to be playing 4 copies of Sabo's Weapon of the Main, so that was a shocker. This is a Hermit Druid. Don't do that. Foil. We will pitch Island plus... We're going to eventually draw that Gemstone Mine, so I guess Island plus City of Brass. And then we go to our turn. As much as I would love to hold up Counterspell, I think I need to get into play. Oh, you know what? I'm not actually going to draw that Gemstone Mine. That's a problem. Well, I still need to play my spells. Fetch. Go get a Plains, because I have to fetch. That was a bit of an oversight. Grab the Plains. Well, we're going to hope the aggro plan gets there. Here's a Crystalline, and you can go. Oh, they might be in Dreadnought turn 2, Winged Sliver, yeah. Best top deck, Island. Because if they have another Druid, we are in stinky doo-doo Trouble Town. Lunchbox, thank you for the resub, buddy. A Survival, that I can maybe hang out with for a couple of turns. All right, just Survival go, untap, draw. Gush. At some point, that'll be good. Let's just attack for 2 and increase my clock and ship the turn. All right, pitching a Wall of Roots. I wonder what we're going to get. Now I truly just want to draw Island or Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand would be a fine pickup too. But if we can't get this Counterspell unlocked, then this Survival is enough to kill us on its own. If anyone's wondering what my mistake was earlier, I probably should have pitched one of my Winged Slivers instead of the City of Brass. That way I could keep blue, because I know that if I want to cast the Crystalline, I have to fetch. And there's a Gemstone Mine in the bottom pile. Another thing that we could have done is Winged Sliver, Gemstone Mine, Winged Sliver, because 2 Winged Slivers doesn't actually increase our clock by very much. Now, if one of those was a Muscle Sliver, maybe it would be okay. Lava Mancer, what's going on, baby? Opponent gets Wall of Roots. That's interesting. My Slivers sure do fly. Are we just playing Wall of Roots? We are. Island off the top? Not quite. Actually, one of the worst draws possible. Well, go to combat. Attack with everything. I think if our opponent has a single creature, we should be dead here. But I'm going to make him show it to me. Winged Sliver, pass. They don't do anything, so they don't even have a single creature. Now, this squeeze still might be enough to do the job. Quick question. The perfect solution. What do you think about cutting 2 of 4 libraries for 2-factor fic? The deck goes so fast compared to the OG solution. It does. You could totally do that. I want to revisit that deck soon, and that might be a change worth testing out. Yeah, there's the Triskelion. Now they should just pitch Triskelion to go get... They just need 2 creatures here, right? Pitch Triskelion, go get Volraths. Oh, they have a Volraths. So now they can pitch the Triskelion. They're going to make the... Oh, they're pitching Devourer first. Oh, right. They pitch the Devourer. Now they have to do is blow this thing up to above 19 power. Pitch Triskelion, shoot me to death. That's pretty streamlined, so we can move on to the next game. All right. How are we going to sideboard against HFEB? Worship seems good. Can they actually beat a Resolved Worship? Ray seems good. Maybe Disenchant. No blast effects. Probably Meddling Mage. E-Plague's like interesting, but it's so easy to play around for them. I guess E-Plague on Hermit's pretty good. Let's see what we can remove from the deck. I don't think we need the toughness boost from Plated Sliver. I don't think Essence Sliver is going to be very important. Yeah, E-Plague on Phyrexian, I could see that. Although they can play... No, because Bullrest Shapeshifter, that's a Phyrexian, right? Or no, that's just a Shapeshifter, but it can never become... Well, yeah, no, it can never become a Devourer. There's no way to pump it before making it a Devourer. No, that's not true. They can make it into a Psychotog first to pump it, then make it a Devourer. That doesn't actually hard lock them, right? Oh, it's a Phyrexian Shapeshifter. Okay, right on. Perfect. That's outstanding. Wait, no, you can still... That still works. They can still make it into a Psychotog. It's just a 0/1 Psychotog. And then they pump it. And I mean, they can still combo through it, right? Feels like I can trim some more power. Like, it seems like we want like 9 cards. And I don't know if we can cut to make space for 9, right? Maybe Worship's just not that important. Let's say Worship's not that important. Even though I think it could, there's a world where it could be good. Foil on the play may be necessary. Let's trim like, let's just like trim the corners and Impulse and Muscle Sliver. And then, can we go down a foil? I don't think we can. 61 never hurt anybody, including me. Submit deck. I say that with my 20 lands, 2 Mox Diamonds. All right. We've got castable Crystalline, castable Winged, Counterspell. Yeah, I mean, this is a keep. Wangy, howdy doody. We be playing Meat Hooks? Sweet, yeah. We're playing Meat Hooks. Gideon, you would have an affinity for the 61 card special. Opponent mulligans to 5, meaning my Swords Counterspell should be pretty effective. All right, we'll just open up on... Would I Swords? A Birds of Paradise. I might. I don't think it's worth it, though. I think I should just play Island and pass. Green Source, oh, Blue Source. Duress? Duress, sure. They're probably going to take the... if they've got Survival, they'll take the Counterspell. If they've got Hermit, they'll take the Swords. I almost think we're just not even playing a creature next turn. I think we can wait to... Well, now we can, because they took the Counterspell. If they took the Swords, we wouldn't even play a creature. Ooh, Diamond? For real? We'll play this. Get rid of our Gemstone Mine. And then we'll drop this Crystalline Sliver. Drop an Island. They have perfect information. We'll pass. So I think they're going to Survival us, because they took our Counterspell. If not, I'm not sure what they would do. Yeah, okay, it's a Hermit Druid. They left me with STP, and they played a Hermit Druid. What's going on here? All right, well, STP the Hermit Druid. Winged Sliver. Combat, attack, pass turn. Shame no Aether Vial. This would be a different format if we had Aether Vial. Reflecting Pool with 3 in hand. Still dangerous spot. They've got more cards than we do. Birds of Paradise, pass. Flooded Strand. Let's go to combat and attack. And they've already played a Hermit Druid, so I wonder if it's Meddling Mage naming Survival of the Fittest. I think it might be. Meddling Mage, Survival of the Fittest. And then we just ship the turn. We got them on a tight 3-turn clock here. Now, if they top deck Druid, we could have a problem, but we'll see. We've hopefully got some time to play with. Not a great top deck. Let's go to combat and swing. I'm not going to sandbag the land because they are not in a position where they can play around anything anyway. So all sandbagging the land does is like put me behind on a mana for my next turn. If I have some crazy Gush turn, I might want it in play. Just a land and do a pass. I think I'm double fetching. We've only got 20 lands in our deck, so getting 2 islands out, probably even island plains is fine. Go to my turn. What do we see? Thinning is fake. Don't thin. All right, we'll go to combat. Attack for 5. This is the last turn they can afford to not block. After this, they're going to block anyway. Maybe trying to play around me drawing Swords next turn to make this lethal. Then we will, I guess we'll just play City of Brass and pass. We used to play Hibernation and Slivers, Hibernation Sliver in the side versus Wraths. It could work here. It could, yeah. Although Wraths just, I don't think are common enough. Okay, we got game 2. I'm pretty comfortable with the way we boarded, I think. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think Aiden built a really cool deck here. It's like it's basically Gro-A-Tog, but like in a totally different flavor. This is menthol Gro-A-Tog. I'm not convinced foil is right for this deck. It could be though. I almost wonder if you could get away with days. Gro-A-Tog code red, yeah. Gro-A-Tog code red 0 sugar. Double caffeine. Alrighty. Mono blue hand, but we have a Portent. Sign me up. Keep Lawnmower Wastes green birds. Planes off the top. Gush. I mean, it's a good one. We're going to go ahead and Portent me. White source is the most important thing. Well, this has a little bit of everything, which is great. So we'll bottom the island. We'll just do it in the order it's in. No shuffle, and you may go. If they go Hermit Druid, we kind of got to Swords it and take a turn off, I think. If they like kind of have a value turn, then we just like Meddling Mage important thing. But it's very rare that they're just going to have a random value turn in this turn. Yeah, it's a survival. So they're just passing. I think we need to get the mage down. Let's go City of Brass. What am I going to mage? What is the mage name here if I'm maging? I could just mage the Hermit still, Though the survival unlocks the normal win, the go through Triskelion line. I could name Volrath Shapeshifter, but On Earth messes that up in a really messed up way. Not good for us. I think it might be Shapeshifter still though. Then next turn we go like Crystalline plus Swords, the most important creature. I guess that's fine. Volrath's Shapeshifter. You may go. Pitching Uktabi. Maybe a card that enables the combo. You could totally name like, unfortunately naming Crows and Reclamation doesn't do anything because they have the freedom of time. They're also not doing the Hermit thing. So the only card that we can hit that enables the combo is Volrath Shapeshifter from the survival side. We could name On Earth, but On Earth doesn't like, if we name On Earth, their survival can do the combo all on its own. I'm not sure how On Earth's the best name. Then they just go through the combo using their survival and grab Volrath Shapeshifter. That kills just fine. At least naming Volrath Shapeshifter makes them have to top deck the On Earth naturally, right? Naming Cabal Therapy is going to mess up their graveyard order, perhaps. It could. Let's go. I mean, I'm never going to not do this. This has to happen. STP the Hermit Druid. Get in there for 2. And then we will drop an Gemstone Mine and get a Crystalline Sliver going and just ship it. They pitch Squee. They're going to get Gitu Slinger, so that'll take care of the Meddling Mage. Pretty sweet. Very sick line. Red, colorless, 1. Gitu Slinger. Pop my Meddling Mage because it's the only thing you can. Meddling Mage should be a Sliver. All right, what's the top deck? Flooded Strand. All right, let's go land. Let's go Winged Sliver. Let's go to combat attack for 2 in the sky. Just run Conspiracy 5-head. True. Fair. 5 mana black card solves all your problems. We're just going to pass. We can Gush at instant speed to try to enable Counterspell or Swords if we need to. And they're losing life to make green, which is good for us too. Mesmeric Fiend. Less awesome. Definitely haunting. Paradise in their hand is Mystery, Mesmeric Fiend, Squee. I think I'm supposed to Gush in response here. We let it go. They're going to take our Impulse. But if we can draw like another Meddling Mage or a Counterspell, feels pretty good. I don't know that they can kill right now. There's been a disturbing lack of Might Slivers. All right, pitch Squee. Or sorry, Muscle Sliver is what I mean to say. This deck would really love some Time Spiral being legal. Yes, very true. Although I think we've got some pretty strong Slivers here. Pitch Shapeshifter. So they have On Earth. Karmic Guide. Pitch the Karmic Guide. Go get what? Phyrexian Devourer. I don't think they can combo right now. I think they're waiting until next turn. This is On Earth Volrath Shapeshifter. Get back Karmic Guide. And Karmic Guide reanimates what? Slinger? Oh, this is, I see what this does. It lets them block Crystalline Sliver. They're just said, oh, why are they getting back? Get to, oh, just to shoot me in the face? Sure. HFEB Hate Club rise up. I actually don't hate HFEB. All right, so I'm going to concede here. I'll show you why. There's no good attacks here. The Karmic Guide does the job. Their hand is going to contain Squee, and we know that there's a Volrath Shapeshifter in play. So they're just going to pitch Squee to go get Devourer, pitch Devourer to go get Triskelion, grow the Shapeshifter, do the combo. So we can concede. We're 0-1. Cool showing from this deck. Needed a little bit more gas. Let's hop into round 2. All right, we found our round 2 opponent, and we won the die roll this time. So let's get some Muscle Slivers. That'd be really cool. I'll be on the play. No Muscle Slivers, but there's a Portent. I'm weak to Portent Island. I have to keep it. Oh, this is Joyful Waffles deck of Duress Crew. Portent me. Ooh, a whole bunch of nothing. Shuffle, any order, and never get punished because that Portent's just good like that. Draw a card. See, this is a Gush, but the next card's for sure going to be a Flooded Strand. Battlefield Forge. Shitty Brass is just as good. I think, do we develop Winged Sliver or do we kind of wait? I think we're kind of going to wait. We want to convert the Impulse, I think. Plains, tap for 2. It's Rifter. Okay, Crystalline Sliver should win this game on its own. Let's go ahead and Impulse. No Crystalline Sliver, but this other island makes the Gush look good. So we'll take the island. Then we'll go to our next turn, a Gush. We could Plated Sliver, but that's going to make some problems with that Lightning Rift. I think we're just going to chill till next turn and we'll try to go for a Gush line. But the Rifter matchup, we need Crystalline Sliver to be a part of it. They just play a land. I'm fine with that. My turn. No Crystalline, but let's go ahead and wait, they're not doing anything. Can I just like be turbo patient? I think I can. I'll wait until I'm going to miss a land drop. Because if I miss on the Crystalline Sliver, the Gush looks kind of stupid. Yeah, Eternal Dragon, shoot me. That's fine. Blue Waffles, very cool. I see you guys were on the same internet I was when I was 19. Go. All right, they're passing, which is awesome. Untap, draw Crystalline. No, okay, land. All right, now we're actually in a really nice place where we can just end step hard cast Gush. Then we can go for like a messed up Gush line on our turn. This Lightning Rift is very good, but once we start winning, it's going to happen very quick. We just need to make sure to answer the Wrath. Just a land and a pass. All right, here we go. Fetch, island, fetch. We'll get a Plains with this one for safety. All right, Essence Sliver. I mean, sorry, Crystalline Sliver, come to me. No Crystalline? Okay, on tap, draw, it's an STP. Well, we have to go for something right now, so let's Gush. Because that Lightning Rift will kill us eventually. Still nothing. Okay, let's Portent ourselves. Looking for that Crystalline boy. There, next card, amazing. Okay, bottom the island, center the Impulse, top the Crystalline Sliver, no shuffle. And then we'll play an island back out. I think we will jam out a Mox Diamond, getting rid of a Gemstone Mine. And then in order to win, what we're going to do is we're going to jam all of our slivers in the same turn. The Essence Sliver is going to be super important. So we're going to go Crystalline Essence, but I think I want to keep them busy. So I think in order to do that, I'm just going to play out a Plated Sliver. That should soak up a couple points of damage. This does not run the Haste Sliver, no. You go... At this point, they may ignore my slivers and just riff my face. That's exactly what they're doing. Another Spark Spray brings me to 8, and I will draw off the Portent. In a pinch, I can STP my Plague Sliver. It's going to be pretty difficult for them to cycle enough to take out me. It's going to be difficult for them to cycle 4 things and hit me 4 times. All right, they're just passing, which is pretty neat. Forgotten Cave tapped, sure. All right, we draw our Impulse. And then, man, I wish we had a Gush still. I guess maybe hard casting. No, I think we needed to hard cast the one we did. But I'm going to have to play out this island, meaning foil's not going to be up. Crystalline Sliver. And then do we Essence Sliver or do we like chill till next turn? I guess we could just go Winged Sliver and hold up STP. I mean, STP doesn't do anything anymore because Shroud's not hexproof. They can only deal 2 to us, but then on their following turn, it wouldn't be super difficult for them to cycle twice. I think we just have to cross our fingers. We're going to play the Winged Sliver out. A Might Sliver would have gone crazy here. Attack for 1, and then you may go. I'm holding this island for foil in case they just like wrath us. Renewed Faith. That's going to bring me to 4. So they just need 2 more cyclers and we're cooked. All right, continue. Second Lightning Rift. Well, that gets countered. This list does have 1 Fire Ice. Wrath of God, no! They had it. Okay, let's go land, Essence Sliver, and ship it. 1, 2, 3. Decree of Justice. Are you going to make dudes? They're not. They just must be going for the double cycle. Rats, they have it. Radiance Judgment, really? Which one is Radiance Judgment? Oh, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. That's a cool one to include. All right, we're cooked here. That Lightning Rift was just in play from turn 2, and we don't have a main board way to answer it. However, we sure do have sideboarded ways to answer it. All right, we want Disenchant and Ray of Revelation. I don't think we want Worship. Hydroblast also destroys Lightning Rift. Pyroblast doesn't matter. Mage dies to every single thing. We could, of course, Mage naming Wrath of God. That's not that crazy. But I think we're better off just trying to like interact with the Wrath of God. Engineer Plague's interesting. Stops them from ever decreeing us. Although, good shot, we can just erase that, right? I don't think Fire Ice is for this matchup. I don't think we're going down on the card advantage to foil, except for Wrath. So we'll think a little bit longer about that one. On the play, let's just plan to counter Wrath the honest way. I think STP is like pretty bad. I want to, though, because they might pivot to Angel. I think we're going to try this. I wonder if there's a chance that maybe we're supposed to... Now, let's cut like a Plated Sliver instead and leave a foil in just as a juke for the Wrath. There we go. I like that pretty well. I almost want like Worldly Tutor or something in this deck. This looks similar to what I had cooked up in my head a while back about Slivers, pretty much Gro-A Slivers. Yeah, Joyful Waffle, aka Aiden from Duress Crew, kind of fully realized this list for us. It feels quite good. Crystalline Sliver's right where I want to be. So just play Slivers, draw a counterspell for the Wrath, keep. Don't get red blasted. They mold a 6, which is neat. All right, we're just going to open on Island, go. Tap Forgotten Cave, sweet. That means they can't red blast this. All right, fetch, Plains, Crystalline, you may go. You got a Rift, that's fine. My clock is now faster than your Rift, though. Land, combat, swing for 2, and then here's a Winged, and you may go. Permission off the top is the only thing we're in the market for right now. Tap Secluded Step for sure. Second Rift, absolutely. Winged Sliver number 2. The way our hand's set up, we actually can't play around Wrath. And if we get, I think we're dead to Wrath. They've got double Lightning Rift, so if I lose this Crystalline, we're cooked. I think what we need to do here is just assume they don't have it and die when they do. All right, combat, send the idiots in, gain some life. Please don't have Wrath go. Or don't have third land. Either of those works for me. Or make it a tap land and let me top deck Counterspell. All right, it's a tap land. That's a start. Take a draw. Mox Diamond doesn't do anything. Combat. But now we've got a bunch of mana up, so we'll see. Cycle for 2. Rift me once. That's fine. Lanny's right again. True. Someone hasn't watched Lanny's most recent video. Once again, I am dead. You did? It was a pretty good one. Once again, we're dead to Wrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess a muscle makes it 7, 8, 9. So I guess we don't get anything out of casting this Winged Sliver. Maybe we can hold it on the upside, like on the flip side, we could draw like Ray of Revelation and deal with both rifts. Okay, we'll just sandbag everything past turn. But Wrath is about to cook us. Land, no Wrath. Well, Muscle Sliver off the top, please. Essence Sliver again. I can gain a shitload of life. Why shouldn't I have cake? Diamond. Bit shitty. Essence Sliver. Essence Sliver doesn't give lifelink, it's a trigger, so I'm about to gain so much life. Combat. Please don't Wing Shard me, I guess. No Wing Shard. Look at all these triggers that are about to pop up. Boom. I'm going to go to 1,000,000 life. All right, what is this? Wrath or Bust? Go ahead. Cycle the step. Yeah, I'm F6ing. Forgotten Cave. Shoot me one more time. All right, let's fade the Wrath one more time so we can get a game 3. They had a lot of looks for it. Battlefield Forge. 1, 2, 3, 4. We did not fade the Wrath. All right, we're dead. We'll give it a couple draw steps, but I even took my Fire Ice out, so I guess another Crystalline Sliver could do it. That is a lot of lightning rifts. You may go. I guess what we're looking for now is draw Crystalline Sliver, simply play Crystalline and Winged, and attack that kill them in one swing. They pass. I draw Gush. All right, let's try to set it up. Gush. Can I do this, opponent? Or are you gonna like Red Blast it? All right, Hydroblast, huh? We'll Impulse. Do we have a Crystalline? No, we got a couple Counterspells. Muscle Sliver. I think we need a Counterspell because the thing we're trying to set up involves not getting Wrath. Then we'll play a Island, and we can't play a Sliver out until we find a Crystalline. So let's just use the fact we're at 32 to try to brave this storm. Yeah, you cycled Forgotten Cave. That happens. Maybe I should play Rifter soon. This deck's so sweet. Another Impulse, please. A Portent, or just straight up a Crystalline Sliver. Any of those, I feel pretty good. Island is the last thing I wanted there. We'll just pass. With 3 Lightning Rifts, we're going to die like pretty quick, even from 26. Brutal. Ooh, Slice and Dice. Bring me to 20. I guess thanks Essence Slivers for buying me enough time to at least be able to hope to draw Crystalline Sliver here. They're passing. Crystalline off the top. It's another Winged Sliver. That's pretty bad. City of Brass. I think I've got like one more turn to draw it before those Lightning Rifts are just too much. Cycle Renewed Faith. Well, now I can't. Well, wait. Winged Wing, Crystalline. I guess now I need a Muscle Sliver added to that. Rifter really doing its thing here, which is kind of cool to see. Land go. Crystalline off the top. Impulse. We'll take it. Impulse. Crystalline, please. Gush, Hydroblast, Disenchant. I could try to beat up all the Lightning Rifts. That's like a line here, and maybe that's the better way. But I think I need to try to win. I think that's the route I'm taking. So let's go tap for blue, and let's go ahead and Gush. Yeah, I think blowing up one of their rifts would have been a good play. I kind of got a little tunnel visioned here on trying to resolve Crystalline Sliver. All right, Pyroblast. Gonna Hydroblast that. I don't want you to do that, please. I'll draw 2. All right, there's a Crystalline. We have a way to win now. We're going to go land Crystalline Sliver for a white and a blue, and they're going to cycle a Spark Spray. This is fine. I'm at 8. Sliver? All right, so here's the deal. If they have a Wrath, we're dead no matter what, but I need to be able to kill them on the swing back. But as Elysium pointed out in chat, it was likely a line to try to take them off of the rifts, and that'll buy me a little bit more time. Shroom here got a little bit tunnel visioned, which is not awesome, but I think we've got a way to win if their hand's dead enough. A second Wrath just kills us. Once we accept that, it's time to play Winged Sliver and hope that they've got a couple non-cycling cards in their hand. Then maybe we can get it. Because if they can't kill us, we can play Muscle Sliver and attack for lethal. All right, no kill there. 2, 3, 4. Buy back Eternal Dragon. Okay. Now I think they're short the damage, but if they could still have Wrath here. All right, they're just passing. That's phenomenal. Oh, nope, they're just passing. I think we're going to have a game 3. Land Muscle Sliver. I want to... Well, Renewed Faith. That'll do it. That'll save them. Combat. Attack you for 5. Please don't have Renewed Faith. Yes. All right, we got a game 3. Awesome. But yeah, I think we should have gone after their rifts a little bit more aggressively. I think I'm pretty okay with the way I sideboarded. We're just going to resubmit. Watch them splash a little Ixalan for Settle the Wreckage. That'd be cool. Alrighty, game 3, and we see a 1-lander, no Portent, but we do have the Crystalline Sliver, which is it's kind of interesting, right? Like, all we need to do is draw the land. I think this is too greedy, but I love having Crystalline plus Winged here. But I think keeping a hand where we simply don't draw a second land and lose, not it. I hate to see it. Mulligan. All right, we've got double Counterspell, STP, Ray of Revelation. Yeah, we have to keep this. Goodbye, STP. Let's dance. Queens. Oh, wow. Crystalline off the top. Island go. Tap for white. Cycle step. That's fine. Red source. Nothing. Okie dokie. I think we need to protect our Crystalline Sliver. Let's go Flooded Strand and just pass. Not interested in having my best creature countered by a red blast. Especially since once it comes into play, they can't red blast it anyway. Yeah, Renewed Faith Cycle's fine. Plains pass. Okay. My turn. Untap draw. City of Brass. Let's go island. Let's fetch with this Flooded Strand. Let's just go ahead and make ourselves a Plated Sliver. If they want to deal with it, that is their prerogative. Plains, tap it, plated, go. Hey, I'm that guy who's demanding a trophy in the YouTube comments. Yeah, we got one on yesterday's video. There you go. You're welcome. If I wanted to grind trophies, I'd have to play decks that I play a lot all the time. I'm not trying to grind trophies. I'm trying to play sick pre-modern decks. Cycle E-Dragon's good. Next turn, we're going to go Crystalline and try to back it up with a Counterspell. And if they have double Red Blast, they have double Red Blast. Island, cool. Play the Island. 1, 2. Crystalline. Oh, it just resolved. Okay. Well, I did not see that coming. Red Spark Spray Cycle is fine. I love you got the Daybreak account, meaning the pressure is off and you can showcase everything. That has been liberating for me. I just get to play whatever the hell I want, which rules. Yep, you are cycling a lot of stuff. Limo, thank you for the Prime sub. Is this, wow, first time sub. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, on tap, draw a good one. STP is a bad one. Go to combat. I will attack because if they cycle Decree, we'll just STP one of their dudes. Beep, take 2. And now we are big chillin'. I figure after watching all your vids, you should get it. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Cycle the Dragon's fine. Next turn, it's not as safe to attack with the Crystalline. We need to find a Winged or a Muscle. Tap for 4. Buy back the E-Dragon. Okay. They just want to make their land drops, which I like. Portent, me. Muscle Slivers, please. Multiple of them. Counterspell, Hydroblast. I want pressure. I'm going to shuffle this. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Pass the turn. At our bi-weekly pre-modern gatherings, we have a dude who's playing a sweet Rexer list with Academy Rectors and Provoke Horrors and some combo finish, but I do not have the list. Oh, that's a bummer. That sounds tight. Mox Diamond. Hey, 1 Might Sliver, please. Sorry, Muscle Sliver. 1, 2. Are we going to buy it back? No, we're just cycling. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Morph? Yeah, that's okay with me. I actually didn't cut all my STPs. I'll do it now. Exalted Angel down. Draw a Muscle. Thank you. Hi. Hello. Green, white. A Winged Sliver, and I think it's locked up. All right, combat for 3. I'd love to see a Gush. There's a lot of cards I'd just love to see ASAP. And then you may go. Now, right now, we're a little bit soft to Wrath plus Red Blast. But we got to do what we got to do. Pyroclasm? Well, we're still soft to this plus Red Blast, but Counterspell. Rats. Well, we're still playing Magic. They don't have a win condition in play. They've got E-Dragons. That's for sure. There goes my board. This has to be a tough matchup. They've got so many ways to wipe the board. Island. I don't think I do anything. I just pass. All right. E-Dragon's getting cast. I think I have to Counterspell that. That's a lot of pressure. Essence Sliver. Well, don't SCP this, bro. I need this to live, please. And we'll go Diamond. And we pass. I think we're cooked here, but we're going to play. We're going to play till the bitter end. Cycle the Cave. Buy back the dude. Seems right. Man, the end game of Eternal Dragon is just so brutal when you're behind. Yep, STP's bad. If this is a brick, we're just going to call this game. I think this one's probably pretty brutal. Yeah, we're going to call this. All right, X2. The deck doing a pretty good job of showing off like it's what it's good at. A couple of 1-2s so far. But I think I'd like to play HFAB again. That matchup definitely feels like one that you can kind of win as long as you play it super tight. But the Rifter matchup, I do have a feeling we don't want to see. But maybe Aiden will have something to say about that. Aiden, if you're watching this in post and you see this, you see me talking about this, drop in the chat how you think the Rifter matchup would go. Let's get into round 3. Alrighty, we have found our round 3 opponent. We're on the play. Let's see if we can get a win with this deck. The deck, watching Aiden play it, it has the ability to get wins. Lots of them even. But Lord, is it this is just different enough from Gro that like maybe I'm worried too much about finding Crystalline Sliver. We'll see. Hey, good luck. Have fun. You too. All right. I think even though we could play Plated Sliver, I think we want to just Portent on turn 1. Let's see if we can find a Crystalline. All right. Floody, fetch, island, tap it, Portent, me. Crystalline? Not quite. We got Impulse, Island, Portent. That's a lot of stuff that I don't care about right now. We're going to shuffle and ship it. I think you should have beat a lot of the format, but stuff like Rifter, feel like you have more game than you do. Great Crystalline Hope kills you slowly. Yes. Yeah, hoping for Crystalline Sliver does just kill you over time, doesn't it? Green. Are we playing against Enchantress? Exploration into Windy. Ooh, the good old turn 1 put 4 rectangles in play. Just 3. Foil's cool. Let's go Gemstone Mine. Muscle Sliver. Maybe it's just better to Impulse. No, I think I want to get into play. Let's Muscle Sliver. You may go. I'm going to put a bear into play. Brood Sliver can do a Vigilant Impression. It also makes the clock fast, but 5 mana value may be a high ask. True. Just side into infinite combo slivers. Easy game. Mana Echo Sliver Queen. What could go wrong? My mana, I think. Warning, I'm playing a deck you have no respect for. Totally fair. You're allowed to play this deck. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you can't play it. All right, we're going to let this STP go. I'm not going to foil that. Wild Growth on the brush line. No anchors yet, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and get all the way into play. Let's go Winged Sliver, Plated Sliver, and counter any anchor that they play. 1, 2. Sterling Grove, that's fine. They're probably going to use that to go get a Enchantress's Presence, if I had to guess. Elephant Grass is fine. They can have that for as long as they want. I'm just going to try not to let them... I'm going to try not letting them resolve a anchor as an entire game plan. City of Brass is a fine top deck here. I think if I could find a... let's see here. There we go. I think if I can find a... maybe not. Maybe hard casting foil is more important. No, we're just going to pass. I was thinking maybe we impulse, try to get Crystalline, play it, but then we can't foil, and they just will resolve Enchantress's Presence, which I'm not willing to play into. All right, pay that upkeep on Elephant Grass. 4 mana. Opal Essence. Weirdly, this is okay. Attackers is fine. End step, now I can impulse. Let's find a Crystalline Sliver. Muscle, Counterspell, Winged. Is it better to just take Counterspell? I think it is. We're just going to take the Counterspell. My turn. STP. I think, do we sandbag the island? I think we're just going to sandbag. I don't think I need to foil plus Counterspell, though. No, I think sandbagging is actually wrong. We'll play out the island. We'll just pass. No reason to attack. I'm not willing to pay anything for the Elephant Grass. You want to pay the cost for Elephant Grass? That's fine with me. 1 in hand. Nowhere to go right now. Wild Growth is fine. So now they're hellbent. So they're just playing strictly off the top. They've got nothing real going on right now. So let's go to our turn, take a draw. Winged Sliver number 2. Don't mind if I do. And then you may go. Elephant Grass triggers. 1, 2, 3. They're paying it. Cool. Attackers. I wonder if I'm supposed to STP the Sterling Grove now. Kind of like force the issue. I think it's probably correct too. I want you to crack that now. I want you to put a card on top of your deck that you know I'm going to remove. Tap for a green. I imagine they're going to get Presence. They could get Parallax Wave. They got Parallax Wave. That's certainly not going to resolve. All right, my turn. On tap, draw. Portent. Well, that's hilarious. I think I still Portent me though, right? Now we'll Portent them. I love that play. I'm actually fine just tucking the Parallax Wave underneath everything. I'm going to give him 2 dead draws first and just let this Elephant Grass rot away. I'll pass the turn. All right, now you have to pay 4 for Elephant Grass. Oh, I draw Gush too. That's fucked up. If they pay for the grass, they're going to draw land. I think I can start like paying to attack with like a guy. All right, they just pass. Great. There's nothing else to do. My turn. Untap, draw. Portent again. Cool. Let's go tap for 2. Let's just open on Gush. Play out a land. And then I guess I'm going to Portent me this time. Crystalline, Plated. Okay, deal. Bottom, center, top, no shuffle. And then we'll ship the turn. I know I don't care about what they draw, so I think it's actually fine to attack with one of my dudes here. Let's attack with a Winged Sliver, and then I'll pay 2. I probably missed a couple attacks too. And then you may go. They're going to draw a Wild Growth this turn. We don't care about that. I have a Crystalline Sliver, so I'm now immune to Opal Wave combo. Wild Growth's fine. Attackers. Alrighty, my go. Sweet. I want a Muscle Sliver so bad. Island, 1, 2, Crystalline. And then Plated. Do we care about... I wonder if we do care about Parallax Wave because they can use it to reset Elephant Grass. So we will actually not play the Plated because I don't want to lose my Gemstone Mine for no reason. So we'll just pass. All right, this costs 6 now. They can't pay for this forever. They can pay for it for almost ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enchantments. You can pay for this with just 1, right? For Parallax Wave, Counterspell. All right, they concede. I was expecting to have to play a lot more Magic, but they just conceded. Okay. Ray of Revelations, yummy. Disenchant, yummy. Worship, I don't think it's for the matchup. Same with Hydroblast. Engineer Plague is interesting because I can Immergothian Enchantress, Druid. No Pyroblast, probably Meddling Mage. This is 7 I could bring in, and the ones I'm the least interested in are the E-Plagues. Music's such a vibe. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, this is the not Tokyo, but Bombay Bicycle Club, right? Yeah. Bombay Bicycle Club, if you're looking for it. Song's called Always Like This. It's a bop. All right, what is good in this matchup? Not Essence Sliver, seems unnecessary. Fire Ice seems poor. Swords to Plowshares seems not it. I'm going to leave in, I'm going to leave in actually 1 Fire Ice and 2 Swords to Plowshares, just as ways to beat Xanted Swarm. Although I have Winged Sliver. Is Xanted Swarm that good against me? I don't actually know if it is. I think it's actually not. Maybe we trim the Fire Ice. We can keep like a couple STPs for when Opalescence is active, but I don't think it's super necessary. I actually really like the Muscle Slivers as a way to turn the corner. I don't know if we need 4. And Plated Sliver seems meh. And then all these, I don't know, submit. All right, game number 2. Our hand contains Portent. I mean, this is just a Gro-A-Tog hand with a muscle. This is a Dreadnought hand with a Muscle Sliver in it. I'll keep it. Would I foil anything on turn 1? No. They're also mulliganing to 5, which is peak. Forest, nothing. Great. Land, tap it. Portent, me. City of Brass, foil swords. Well, I don't want the swords, but I do want the green swords from the foil, I think. All right, let's bottom the swords, center the city, top the foil, no shuffle. We use the Flooded Strand to get rid of the bottom card. Yield through turn. Muscle Sliver and Dreadnought are basically the same card, to be fair. Yeah, I don't see a difference. Oh, they kept a 1. Oh no, that's not good. Well, normally I'd feel bad, but this is Enchantress. Am I supposed to Portent them? I'm going to do that now. Portent you. 2 lands and an Argothian Enchantress. Shuffle that shit. And then we'll go with I don't want the next card I'm going to draw, so we'll go with Flooded Strand and pass the turn. And I draw STP. Oh, wait, I was supposed to shuffle that card because I Portented again. Well, now I'm stuck with an STP and I did this to my damn self. All right, we don't need to fetch now, I guess. On tap draw, Flooded Strand. Let's go with a City of Brass and a Muscle Sliver. That was a punt. And you may go. Eli, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Eli? Neon Secret buff, 25% top decks against an Enchantress deck. True. Miri's Guile? No. Foil the Miri's Guile. Pitching Island Swords. I'm not letting you out. Dissolutionist, Raiders, what's going on, everybody? Dissolutionist, how'd the stream go, buddy? End step. I guess I do just want an island now. Next turn, draw Counterspell is insane here. Floody, combat. I guess I'll just attack you for 10 times and that'll be it. You can go. That's brutal, though. Never finding the land. I guess I kind of did that to them with my Portent targeting you, though, huh? All right, on tap, draw. Mox Diamond's cool. This is the Gush turn for sure. Crystalline would go crazy. I guess so would 2 more lands. We'll play a Diamond out, pitching the city. Goodbye, floating mana. I guess we're back on the plan of attack them for 10 times. You may go. They found a land. Nightmare. Elephant Grass? Sure. All right, attackers. I think we're just supposed to fetch just to simply have less lands in our deck. We're only a 20 land deck. We've seen like almost half of them. All right, next turn, on tap draw. Crystalline, hello. Hi. We'll skip the attack here just to hold up Counterspell and drop a Crystalline. You can go. STP, do I care? I don't know if I care enough to counter the STP. I think I don't. We just let it go. And then we will ship it. We're back. We're here again, chat. Attack for 10 times. Oh, they just paid. Oh, great. Sterling Grove resolves. That's fine. All right, they're at 14. So it's only 7 more attacks for 2 and we're good. We've got 2 counterspells. It has to be like easy from this point, right? Combat for 2. And then we'll just drop we've got foil in hand. I think we won't play a Plains. We're just going to pass. Played Gat yesterday and I dazed a turn 2 Enchantress. Felt pretty good about myself until he dropped a turn 3 and turn 4 Enchantress. Yeah, that'll happen. Enchantress's Presences is going to be a no for me, big dog. I should have hardcast foiled it, though. That was a mistake. All right, yield through turn. An island? Sure. Plains, combat, 2, go. 1, 2, 3. Presence? Well, stop that. Winged off the top, make nothing matter for me. Green, wild growth for sure. Muscle, you'll do. This changes it to a much quicker clock. 3 turns, but this brings them down to, what, 6? So it's 2 turns now. Go ahead. Winged off the top would be insane. I can F6 now. I'm shields down. 2 white, 2 green. Replenish? Yeah. That's an Elephant Grass, but I can pay it. Parallax Wave. Sure. No Opalescence, please. Winged Sliver off the top. Another Muscle Sliver with no Opalescence. Any of these things? That's a start. Gush. Ray of Revelation's pretty neat. Let's just hardcast Impulse, though. Disenchant, Impulse, Plated Sliver, yada yada. Let's actually weirdly grab an Impulse. I think we should go for the win if we're able to. So let's go 1, 2, Impulse. Crystal Winged, I guess, is pretty good here. And I don't have to use it till next turn. Yeah, I'll take a Winged. Play an island back out, go to combat, full send. Wait, I can't full send. I can only send for 3. Is there anything I need to cast? Even if they opal, how much damage is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, they can't kill me. So I guess we're just going to attack and pass the turn. You could Ray the Grove and then the grass. I could, but that doesn't kill them. And next turn I can just pay for the elephant grass twice. I guess they can get a 3 mana solitary confinement. But if they're going to confinement, then I just, well, they don't have a Sterling Grove anymore. I can just Ray the confinement. And if they go Opal confinement, I can just Ray the Opal, then Ray the confinement. Yeah, I thought you had lethal. I don't have lethal. I'm 1 short. If I attacked with both, they go to 1, so it doesn't make a huge difference. Argothian, yeah. Into solitary. Solitary, draw 3. I guess Grove wraps it up. There's a wild growth. They're going to draw a million billion cards. Library, draw a million billion cards. City of Solitude, draw a million billion cards. So now they could go like Green Source Exploration, play out another Sarah Sanctum. Oh, that's it though? That's it. E-Plague, E-Plague, E-Plague. All right, let's play a land and let's think. I guess the line here is just to go E-Plague naming human, E-Plague naming human, Ray of Revelation, the solitary confinement, then Ray of Revelation, the elephant grass. Yeah, E-Plague for a black 1/2. I guess there was more than one way to skin this particular cat though. All right, there goes Argothia. Now we go Ray of Revelation and we hit the solitary for 1/2. Opponent says GG, GG's. They say GG, but they're like kind of not conceding or letting me do anything. Did they just type GG's and walk away from the computer? That would be crazy. The Crystalline Sliver, natural predator of anything with swords to Plowshares or Parallax Wave. It's true, it's true. No, they were just typing, that's all. All right, well, like we were saying before, Rifter might be a little bit challenging, but yeah, this deck, I think, eats Enchantress. Given their second game, they didn't play a land forever, but their first game, they did a lot, and it didn't matter. Let's get into round number 4. All right, this hand contains 2 of our Slivers. No Crystalline, which is always a sad face, but we've got reasonably good mana plus Gush. I think we're priced into this hand. We didn't build the deck this way to not keep these, I think. Most gold land plus clock keeps game 1, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think this is pretty much always a keep. Now, is that looks eerily like the Decree of Silence, dude, but it's Corona. Is Corona the Decree of Silence, dude? I don't know lore, but that's a Flooded Strand, which makes me think they're playing that plus the emblem makes me think I'm playing against Replenish. 1 Crystalline Sliver, please. If I can open on that, I don't know how I lose. Played paper yesterday, and my round 1 opponent was my top 8 opponent, and Green White Terravor wrecked me. Green White Terravor goes crazy. Specifically, was it Terrageddon or Oath Ponza? Attakar Wastes. Yeah, I believe this must be Parallax Replenish, right? It makes me uneasy to deploy a Sliver without finding Crystalline, but it might make sense to just play my dudes. I've got 2 impulses, though. And let's pretend to be a different deck. Since I've got 2 impulses, I kind of feel the need to convert at least one of them. Also, pretending to be Dreadnought might make our opponent play a little bit differently than normal. They play Attakar, sure. Like, if they think we're Dreadnought and they have an attunement, they probably don't play it here. But they probably fetch in response to this impulse to dodge Stifle, which is not contained in our deck. Impulse, fetch. They let it go. I find a Crystalline. I'll take that. Go to the next turn. Now they fetch. Got it. Plains. Nothing to do with the plains. On tap, draw Winged Sliver. Are we in a weird place where we want to protect our Crystalline Sliver from like mana leak? I don't think. I think I'm going to assume that this is Parallax Replenish, and I'm just going to hope they don't have mana leak, right? Yeah, I think we're Jam City here. Don't mana leak this, bro. Miscalc. Hate to see it. All right, you may go. Sky Cloud. That normally means... Now, I do play Sky Cloud in my Landstill deck, but it's not typical. It's much more typical to see it in Parallax Replenish. Miscalculation isn't common in either. Attunement, Intuition, Seal, Web. The fuck are you doing? Does opponent not know how to use Sky Cloud Expanse? Okay, they've made blue-white. Plus another one, Attunement. This smells like Attunement. Is it Opal? All right, it's Wave. Well, now we know exactly what our opponent's up to. Let's just top deck a Crystalline Sliver so it never matters. That'd be cool, huh? Untap, draw. I think we're going to go for... We might even main phase Impulse here. Yeah, I think we will. This seems like a main phase Impulse turn. Foil is very good here, I think. We'll take the foil, any order those, and then we will play Flooded Strand, and then we'll chill. Kind of in the second Crystalline Sliver waiting room. Ancient Tomb. And they just pass. Love that. My turn, on tap, draw. Mox Diamond. This Mox Diamond almost makes me eager to go for a Gush turn here. I think I might be rewarded for waiting just one more turn to do my Gush turn. Because if I wait till my next turn, I won't have made my 5th land drop. So I can go down to 3 and Gush, float 2, play a 4th land out. So that's 6 mana plus jam the diamond holding up foil. So it'll be like the widest my mana gets if I wait. And I don't currently have the Crystalline Sliver, so it gives me more opportunities to see things like Impulse, stuff like that. This has to be Intuition, right? Intuition is okay. Game 2, I'd counter this, but I don't think the deck contains Abeyance pre-board. A bunch of Ancient Tombs. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to give you one. What do you need from that much mana? What does that give you? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Double Opalescence? I think it gives them double Opalescence is what it does. They're just passing, though. They don't even play the Ancient Tomb. What's the plan? They didn't play the Ancient Tomb. What exactly is your plan here? I'm not sure I understand. Draw. Counterspell's great here. Let's Gush. It's time. There's a Muscle Sliver. We'll play an island back out. Let's fetch. This seems like a fine enough time to... I don't think we need the planes, really. Although if we draw Crystalline, it could get weird. Am I hand sizing? This deck doesn't play Decree typically. Oh, Decree of Silence, you mean? That, yeah, I see what you're saying. That could be the case. Let's go with just an island. And then I think I will expose a thing. Let's make it a Winged Sliver. Because without the combo, if they just wave it, it'll come back and it'll be a problem for them later. Let's go Mox Diamond. And I'll pitch a Flooded. No, I'll pitch a Flooded because I have one island in my hand. All right, that is it. I will pass. Or should I play a Muscle Sliver? Can I completely stop them from getting a wave or Opalescence down? I think I can take a pretty good swing at it. Although playing the Muscle Sliver opens up Miscalculation as a reasonable line from them. And maybe I'm just playing around ghosts at this point, but I think I'm interested in fading that. 1, 2, they're going for something. Seal? I don't care if you get just my Winged Sliver, that's totally fine. We know their hand still contains an Ancient Tomb. No clue what they're doing with it, they're just holding it. End step. Mago. City of Brass. Let's just attack for 1. Maybe it gets them to use the wave. Although I think they want to try to like wave my creature out permanently. And we will just play a City of Brass and pass. Okay, they're letting the Parallax wave go down to 1. Interesting. They're going to fumble around with their Skycloud Expanse somewhere. Nope. I think they got it this time. All right, 3 mana. Attunement. Nope. Opal. That won't resolve. Another wave. Will that resolve? I don't think so. They were trying to bait you to commit more to your board. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's a weird angle to take. I don't think most opponents would do that for no reason. They're going to seal my diamond. I don't care about that. That's fine. I don't think they have a lot of experience with this deck. Seems like they are fumbling a lot. Yeah, and this deck, I did try playing this deck a couple times. It's definitely, this is a deck that I know for a fact that if I put my reps in it, I could probably get reasonably good at this deck. I just don't think it's that interesting. Like Landstill, much, much more. But in our opponent's defense, this deck, if you're just picking it up, it takes like 10, 20 games before you start to like learn all the lines. Or at least all the basic lines, right? All right, they pass. What's my best top deck besides Crystalline Sliver? Gush? Gotta be Gush. Counterspell is pretty good. Seal of Cleansing, I don't care about. You can have that. My turn. Top deck a Diamond? Well, we won't play that. We're just going to attack for 1 and see if they do anything. All right. Are you going to take this or are you going to wave my creature out? You're not. Okay, you can go. At this point, I think you're supposed to 2 for 1 my Winged Sliver. That's exactly what they're doing. I think that's pretty good here, actually. Okay. It is for sure a more skill-intensive deck. No hate to them. I can't and don't want to try the deck at all. Yeah, I agree. The deck is, it actually looks easier on paper than it is in practice. They almost time walked there, true. Is this just replenish? Opalescence. I think I need to let Opalescence go. I think that one just has to be allowed to resolve. We'll go to my turn. Impulse is cool. Let's go ahead and just drop a muscle. Wait, that's not how you drop muscle though, right? Drop a Muscle Sliver. Just poke and prod at them. See if I can get something to stick. They're only at 11. I need to keep mana and foil up. That way I can pay for miscalcs and stuff. And being able to cast Impulse would be great here. But I don't think I want to cast it in my main phase necessarily. You may go. And if they play like an Attunement as a blocker, I can just drop Winged Sliver. 1, 2. Is this like 2/2 Seal of Cleansing? Flooded Strand, 2 in hand. Abeyance? Abeyance, Replenish, I'm cooked. Replenish. Well, I can't get this miscalced. Wait, oh yeah, no, we're good. I have an island in my hand. Foil, that, pitch island, pitch diamond. Please don't have second Replenish. They don't. Yay. All right, Impulse. Looking for Crystalline. I'll take a foil, though. All right, Mago. Gush off the top, please. Island. Well, that lets me pitch cast foil, right? So by that math, I think I should play another Muscle Sliver. Muscle Sliver for a green and a blue. Attack for 3. Hiya. And you may go. White. No. Cycle Miscalc. Good thing I've been playing around it the whole time. Why pitch cast when you can hard cast by playing the land? Because I don't want to get my foil Miscalculation. You know that card they just cycled? Seal of Cleansing's fine. Attackers. End step. My turn. Gemstone. Winged Sliver. Combat gets you for 6 in the air. Turn your Ancient Tombs off. You're down on 5 mana. Seems good. Beat. STP? Sure. You can block one. You've got no cards in hand, so my foil will just win the game. and you have to block. I guess it doesn't matter when they block. If they don't block now, they're dead in 2 attacks no matter what they do. Yeah, turning off the tomb puts them behind, but more importantly, they're hellbent, right? You're probably not even supposed to block to give yourself the opportunity to draw Parallax Wave. Although they already have Opalescence, so Wave wins no matter what, except for I have foil. Damage. And you know, the funny thing here is they can't draw 2 cards, so I can actually just play Gemstone Mine and hardcast the foil. Because they can't have Miscalc now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Must be nice. Cast foil. All right, my turn. Kill you. All right, cool. Begin sideboarding. All right, so the ideology that this is good into Enchantress and Parallax Replenish so far, panning out about how we hoped. Pyroblast, maybe not Disenchant, definitely Ray. Maybe Disenchant, none of these, probably these. But 8's a lot for a deck that already has a solid matchup here. They could pivot. Let's take out one of our swords, 2 Plated Slivers. I don't think we need Essence Sliver. Fire Ice seems, maybe it's like an extra way to beat a Meddling Mage. Doesn't actually seem that bad. Although I'm bringing in a bunch of Pyroblast, so yeah. We'll take out Fire Ice. We'll lose a single copy of Muscle Sliver. And what else do we need to make room for? You know what? 61 always works, so maybe we don't need Disenchant, though. It's probably, like, pretty good. I think it's probably pretty good. Okay, all these. Let's go. The 61 special is always a spicy option. Agreed. You didn't used to be allowed to do that. All right, our hand is 0 pressure, Counterspell, Castable, Gush, Pyroblast. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep this. I kind of wish I had a Crystalline, but that's always the case. This deck would play 8 Crystalline Slivers if it could. Why isn't Phantasmal Image allowed here? Keep. They mulligan to 6. That's pretty cool. What is the importance of Plated Sliver? We haven't seen it a ton today, but boosting the Plated Sliver is a sliver. So it's another thing to get the buffs off Muscle, Crystalline, Essence, Winged. But more importantly, giving the 1 toughness boost on a 1-drop is going to be huge in any matchup that takes place on the ground. It makes Mog Fanatics worse, stuff like that. It's definitely the weakest sliver, but it's a 1-drop sliver, which is kind of big game. Opponent's also mulliganing to 5, which is okay with me. You played Counter Sliver and Extended, that's sweet. Counter Slivers feel sweet. I like this deck a lot, actually. All right, my turn. Draw an island. Would I Pyroblast a 2-drop? No, here's an island. You can go. How's the Siphon Knot matchup? I don't know. I'm on round 4 right now, and you've seen every game I've played with this deck. No land drop pass to me. I draw swords. Here's an island. You can go again. Ooh, you found a land. Gross. Attackers, end step. Let's go ahead and impulse. 1 yummy Crystalline Sliver, please. Thank you. Any order. Next turn. All right, let's go. I can't Crystalline yet. Maybe I was supposed to get a Plains to set up for Crystalline plus Pyroblast. I think I'll just play City and pass, though. We can do that next turn. It should be just as good. I literally discovered you during this Enchantress matchup. Oh, wow. Yeah, I am. So this is my first time playing this deck. If you've just discovered me, but do you play Premodern? I would recommend checking out Duress Crew if you haven't heard of them. Because this deck comes from Duress Crew's Joyful Waffle, aka Aiden. And he took this deck to a 2nd place finish at a pretty big event in New England. You love Premodern? Yeah, then you already know. This I just stole one of the Duress Crew decks. It looked really cool. I've got some experience with Gro-A-Tog, so I wanted to try it. This deck feels really sweet. Even the rounds we lost 1-2, and it felt like it was kind of close. I think this deck is like, you hear Slivers and you think, what a meme. But playing this deck, I'm like, maybe we're like onto something here. Premodern is the best constructed format. I fully agree. Untap, draw another island. Okay, now I think I will do the thing. We'll go get a Plains. Tap for white to do what? Abeyance? Orange Chant? Orange Chant. Absolutely. Literally, who cares? Get a white source. That may have been the worst time to Orange Chant. But again, I think opponent might be newer to the deck, so it's understandable. We'll pass the turn. You've got a Tomb. Doing a good job recovering from your mana, but it might be too late. Pass to me. Are you going to Orange Chant me again? They're just losing cards in a deck that already hemorrhages cards because a Tomb it is inherently card disadvantage. All right, my turn. Anything in my upkeep? No. Okay, let's go Island. Tap 1, 2. Here is my Crystalline Sliver. I've got double Counterspell back up. All right, they actually can't get a Crystalline out of play, so I think we're done here. Standard, Modern, and Legacy are awful right now. I just find success in Vintage. Yeah, I just don't like most of the contemporary constructed formats in general. 1, 2, 3, Attunement. I'm actually not going to interact with that. If they want to hemorrhage cards on their time, they can do that. Okay, draw for turn. Swords to Plowshares is cool. Is this a Gush turn? No, next turn's a Gush turn. We're just going to attack for 2. In fact, we're probably going to Gush at end step too. I play Vintage Dredge and then Brew and Premodern. That's sweet. Vintage Dredge, you get to play Bizarre in that format, right? That's the one, right? The land that enables all the crazy Dredge shit. I don't play any Legacy or Vintage. I have Legacy decks because I am an owner of dual lands and I play a shitload of Modern, and Legacy is just big Modern. as far as the expensive cards go, if you're not looking at like the reserve list slash dual land stuff. But I just don't play very much Legacy. I've played like maybe, I can probably count on my fingers and toes how many individual games of Legacy I've ever played. Vintage would be my dream to play. I have the old Doomsday combo. I love the old Doomsday combo deck. That makes sense. That sounds pretty sweet. They pitch Angel, Double Swords, Ancient Tomb. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I don't know. Maybe the Angel's their ticket out. I mean, it won't resolve, but tap for 3 for an Opalescence. Do we counter Opalescence here or do we care? They've only got 3 in hand. I think I don't care. You have an Opalescence. Attackers, end step. Let's hard cast Gush. Draw a couple lands. Rip. My turn. A diamond. Yeah, let's go for a Gush here. Let's see if we can add some more pressure to play. Crystalline Muscle. Let's go play out the city, because who cares about my life total, and the diamond. We'll pitch Floody, play a Muscle for a green, and then play a Crystalline Sliver. Here is my clock. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Attack you for 3. Holding up Counterspell, Pyroblast. We've got most avenues covered. Attunement resolves. I'm just going to swords it and they'll bounce it. They might even go for an attunement right now. But to recast, it's going to put them in lethal range, right? It would cost them 3, so they're at 9. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, they're just passing. I'm just going to swords it. STP attunement. Would you like to lose card value? It might be in their best interest just to gain 3, but nope, they're going to draw 3, discard 4. We're a Winged Sliver away from completely locking the game out. All right, I'll take the life. But does Muscle do it? That would be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, I would be 1 short. All right, on tap. It's a Portent. They've only got 3 in hand. Do I Portent them? Nah, I don't know enough about what's in their hand. I'll just Portent me. Look for like another hard counter or a foil or something. That'll do. Okay, bottom, center, top. No shuffle. Island, combat. Send in the idiots. And you can go. And I'll draw my counterspell off the top, meaning they can't resolve anything. 1, Orange Chant me. That would be the start, but I intentionally picked up a second counterspell to stop Orange Chant counterspell. I can't Pyroblast a replenish, but I sure can counterspell a replenish. White, blue. Meddling Mage? Don't care. That's fine. So I think the hypothesis that this deck's like very good into replenish and enchantress is at least somewhat illustrated here. Opponent names Abandon Hope. They know it. They know they're cooked. Good sportsmanship. 3 mana. Is this something I'm going to care about? Replenish and they die. Got it. Return to details. So I think it's illustrated pretty well that it should be, even if our replenish opponent wasn't the strongest replenish opponent, this deck clearly has game into what that deck wants to do, which is a cool place to be. Also, it positions us to go for the reverse sweep. We're 2-2, so in round 5, we'll try to get that 3-2 for the raw profit. Oh, opponent says, fuck, dude. I'm playing Chatter, Matt to the sea. Awesome. Don't sweat it. Don't snipe me, though. You're allowed to know what I'm playing, but no peeking. No peeking. They're also on the play. We've got Portent, double Muscle Sliver. I think we're going to keep this hand. I kind of wish this mine was a city, but say levy. Any chance Sylvan Library would be good in this deck? There's a chance. I don't know if it's quite where we want to be because Gush is just such a better pick for a deck like this for card selection and advantage. We see an island. Ooh, Matt, killer island choice. This is one of my favorites of all time. Untap, draw, land, tap, Portent me. I think this is Dreadnought, so I like the swords. I like the counterspell. I'll bottom the impulse. 1, 2, 3, no shuffle, pass the turn. Flooded Strand could be land still, could be replenish. Okay. It's the mirror. Our slivers will bump each other's power and toughness, which is really cool. I think what I want to do is instead of, maybe I'm just supposed to put a Muscle Sliver in play. It'll pump their sliver though, but I'll have a 2/2 of flying and so will they. Could just be better to play a land and pass holding up counterspell and play reactively, but I didn't show up here to not. Oh, well, I accidentally played the wrong one. You're muted and I switched to the RCQ stream. LMAO sick. So yeah, we played the wrong land, so we are very much in I'm going to try to counterspell you zone. Also, I definitely can't beat a Crystalline Sliver, but if they had that, they would have played it. Blue, Portent, you. That makes sense. I'll let that go. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, the Discord that my personal Discord is a Patreon one though. Attackers. I mean, you're not going to attack me for one. Damages, end step, my turn. You draw off Portent, I draw for turn. Impulse. Let's play a Gemstone Mine and ship it. They decided to get in play, so I'm going to take the control rule, which is a really weird place to be when you have 2 Muscle Slivers. But if I play those Muscle Slivers, the thing about slivers is they don't just affect your slivers. It's all slivers in play. A mirror match was also not on my bucket list, but I'm kind of stoked about it. Impulse, yeah, that's fine. What would be really cool is that they played another Winged Sliver. I'd like that. City of Brass, Crystalline Sliver. I'd prefer it if you didn't. Counterspell. If they counterspell back, we'll STP the Muscle Sliver, or the Winged Sliver. And then we're just going to drop Muscle Sliver and hold up Fire Ice. They gush in response. Are they going to foil here? They're not. So they just have a Crystalline Sliver. Another island. Let's go island. Stop them in their upkeep. Drop a muscle. I'll have a 2/2, but they'll have a 3/3. Combat. End step. You go, but I think I want to ice the City of Brass here. Another Crystalline. A Winged. So my Slivers also have flying. No blocks. I draw a Counterspell. Let's go with a City of Brass and another Muscle Sliver. All right, all 3/3s. Let's go to, I don't even go to combat. I just like hold up my dudes to block because mine fly too. White, green, another muscle. Do I just let that go? I think, yeah, I just let that go. Oh, my brain is not wired to play this mirror match right now. Attackers, nothing. End step, I will impulse. Winged Sliver, foil. I'm taking a Winged Sliver. I just want more meat. Next turn, a Crystalline of my own. Islands, 1/2. Winged. Crystalline, 1/2. All right, this is the world we're living in now, dude. You're up. I don't know what we're supposed to do now. We just sit here and stare at each other. I'm not qualified to figure this out. White, Plated Sliver. I don't think we're responding to that. All right, they have less cards in their deck than me. Can I just pass every turn and wait for them to deck? Go. How do you play this matchup? What matters? You may attack. With the Plated Sliver, the Crystalline Slivers can't even trade. Do I Portent? I don't think I do. No, I'm just passing. Like, is it legitimately a strategy to just let us both draw our decks, but they'll draw theirs first? I think this is a deck out game. Now you play the game of who decks first or who gets brave with more creatures. I think I'm just not going to be brave. I'm just going to keep passing the turn. I think I should play a land, though, because they're not missing land drops, so I think I shouldn't, too. My turn, untap, draw, play a land, go. Also, F6 is going to be incredibly important here. All right, they just play a land and pass. I draw a Mox Diamond, you can go. Fetch is fine. That fetch brings them down even another card, so now I can actually afford to Portent. Tap for 1. Portent, sure. Legitimately, I can't think of how this game goes, except for decking. I think decking's the only thing that happens here. Because even if they play an extra Sliver and attack with everything, I can just use my life total as a resource and double up on one of their Slivers, because the Plated Sliver makes it so Slivers can't trade, which is really weird. All right, you'll take a draw, I'll take a draw. Yeah, I'll go ahead and Portent as well, since you did. Because I kind of want to keep putting Slivers into play. Okay, I'll take a Winged Sliver. Bottom, top, no shuffle, go. I'll draw off Portent. 1/2, Crystalline. I'll trade a Counterspell for something. I got to keep the board at parity. A Counterspell trades across the board, that's fine. 1, green, a muscle, sure. All right, I'll draw, it's Gush, let's go Winged. All right, land, you may go. These Slivers are cranked. Essence Sliver, well, mine have lifelink too. This is going to take so long. City of Brass, I will play out a diamond, I guess. Go ahead. Now, the Essence Sliver is big enough that it can really do some damage here. Attackers, Essence Sliver coming in. Yeah, we have to double block it. So we'll go to blocks, and we'll go Winged, and I'll gain more life than you. All right, there's an island. I guess I'll play it and pass. Also trying to be, like, conscious of the clock. They attack again. All right, 2 Crystalline Slivers. I think we will go to blocks, and I want to deal with one of them. So we'll just grab a couple of Muscle Slivers and block one of the Crystalline Slivers. And then we'll take this Crystalline and put it in front of that one. Right, okay. Oh, right, because the Crystalline dies because of the muscle. So we can actually target Slivers now. All right, let's go to end step. Now that they're all gone, I think we do everything on my turn. I just realized that block causes all Crystallines to die. So let's go 1/2. Because now there might be advantage we can purchase. Great, Counterspell's fine. We will play a land back out, go to combat, and I simply won't attack. We'll just pass. How many Counterspells have they used? 1, 2, 3. How many have I used? 1, 2. So there's 3 more Counterspells left to be cast in this matchup. STP. Response, I'll STP your muscle. Foil. Okay, F6. All right, now I think we're dead. I should have thought about the Crystalline Sliver dying when the Muscle Sliver gets too small. When the Muscle Sliver dies, so it loses a point of power. There was advantage to be purchased in combat. I just didn't see it. All right, let's go to blocks. Let's block muscle for muscle. 1, 2 for Crystalline. Okay, give me another Sliver off the top. Let's impulse. Essence. Let's grab an Essence. Land. Essence. Do you have your 5th Counterspell? You don't. You may go. Now my Essence is the biggest thing in play. Attackers. I don't think you can. Just pass. All right, draw. A Muscle Sliver. I'll cast it. How's this? All right, you may go. I assume no attackers. Pass to me. Is it a Sliver? It is. Play a Plated Sliver. How's that? Is that cool? All right, go. It's a fucking 5/7, 1 mana, 5/7. Still not as good as Dreadnought. Go. I think we're back on the decking them plan. All right, they attack with everything. So I'm going to go Essence Sliver blocks. I want their Crystalline Sliver alive in a weird twist of fate. So I think Essence Sliver is going to block. It's a 5/7. This is a 7/9. Let's block the Winged Sliver. Then let's gain some life. Muscles can look at each other. Muscles can look at each other. And then Plated can soak up some extra damage from the Crystalline because it's a 5/7 and Crystalline's a 6/8. The only thing that dies here is Winged, right? Yeah, okay. Damage. All right, I will now F6. All right, we're at really high life totals. We draw an Impulse. Let's cast it. I'll take a Essence Sliver number 2. Big thing, go in play. Any order those. Essence Sliver, 1, 2, 3, and a white. How's this? Can I have this? All right, combat. 7U. Go. What is this? Commander, right? Kind of feels that way. Another Essence Sliver. Okay. They're attacking. So I can kill off their Plated. So we'll kill the Plated. And then if Plated dies, these just both become 5/6s. So they can bounce off each other. These can bounce off each other. And then that should be fine. I just can kill their Plated. Okay. Oh my God. Look at that life gain. Okay, I'm at 92. You're at 104. All right. There's no need to attack. Just pass. Remember, Essence Sliver isn't lifelink. It's a trigger, so it stacks. All right, we draw a land. We'll play a city. We'll pass. I'm trying to deck my opponent. I am a card ahead right now. Yeah, you've got a Winged Sliver. They all fly again. Gush, go. I can't Gush because I want to deck them, and that'll bring me to less cards than them. Attack with Crystalline. Crystalline is a 6/7. So do I have I've got a 7/8. I've got a 5/6. I've got a 5/6. I've got a 7/8. I think I can just use my life total as a resource here. Ooh. And we will play our own Crystalline Sliver so we can block theirs because now Crystalline's always active. Did you find a counterspell? Okay, go. Did you say it's a 6/7? I did. All right, attacks are fine. Another Gush, go. This is awful. All right, go. I hate this so much. All right, we're just passing back and forth. Here's another Crystalline Sliver. Is that cool? Want a counterspell? All right, that's all of their counterspells. They probably have one more foil left. All right, land, go. Oh, by the way, have you considered a Discord server for followers of your stream? I need to find a way to, I don't know what the best way to do that is. Because I have the Patreon Discord, but it seems weird to fracture the community, right? But what do I know? Another Muscle Sliver's fine. We're at board parity again. All right, there's a counterspell. We'll just pass. Portent, land, go. Passing through combat. There's no reason for either of us to attack. They're going to clean up, which is pretty sweet. Let's play a Mox Diamond and send the turn. Gemstone Mine, tap for a blue. Portent, you? Yeah, that lets me Portent because now they're going to draw an extra card. All right, pass. Great. Untap, draw. You're going to draw first, which is great because now you're ahead 2 cards. I draw a Gemstone. I'll just play it, and I guess I can Portent now. Crystalline Winged Floody. Yeah, I'll take them. No shuffle. Go. All right, you're going to go. I'm going to go to 14. You're going to go to 13. Crystalline is fine. I'm not going to counterspell any slivers, I don't think. All right, here comes Winged Sliver. Here comes Crystalline. And pass. Blue. Portent resolves. We draw, I believe we're going to draw a Gemstone here. Yeah, or Flooded. We just play it and pass. They pass to us. We untap. They go to clean up. They have to discard 2. Here's a plains. You can go. Look at this board state. Hold on. I don't want to lose to time. I guess I want to clip this, but someone clip this and send it to me. Someone screenshot this and send me a image. Pass to you, opponent. I think I can do it without losing time. Clip. New. Boom. Got it. We're F6. We're waiting on their timer. Perfect. Muscle Sliver? Yeah. Now we have the same amount of slivers again. Winged Sliver. I'll play it. Go. I'm a friend of shirts and I do altars. I was looking to share some of my altar art pictures with you. Send them on Twitter is what I would do. That's the best way to get them to me. You can also just DM me on Discord, but I'd love to have a look at them. All right, Impulse loses them another card. Wing Sliver's fine. Full send. Okay, what is this? A gambit for time? These bounce off each other. Are we going to crash MTGO? These bounce off each other. Crystalline should bounce off of each other. Oh, we got an Essence here. Can bounce off my Essence. Flying Slivers bounce off each other. What do we got? A 7/8 versus a 7/8. Perfect. And then we got a 7/8 versus a 7/8. Perfect. Okay. This might crash MTGO. Okay. F6. Why is my timer running? Good thing for the yield all button. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Boom. What are life totals going to be, I wonder? Why is my timer burning right now? I hit yield all. Okay, cool. Second main phase. All right, draw foil, pass. Is my opponent's strategy to crash MTGO? Plated Sliver? I think I'll counter that. All right, let's go block here, block here, block here, block here, block here, block here, block here. Okay, that's fair. I probably should have just let them go to damage. I'm yielding through turn. What do I need to be doing right now? Does anyone know? Or was that just how much time it took to add the triggers? All right, F6. All right, combat. You're right. I should just attack with everything. Happy turn 40, by the way, says opponent. This is a way cooler screenshot. All right, lots of triggers. None of them are mine. Yep. What do I do here? I'm just F6ing and letting all these triggers enter the stack. All right, unstep. All right, here's a Flooded Strand, F6. I don't even need to attack because I don't have to block. I don't get why it's burning my timer when all these triggers are put on the stack. Why is this not burning their timer? I don't understand. All right, combat. I don't need to attack. I'll just discard. Oh, I get the time back. Okay, I see what's happening. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, they're going up. They're at 1,014 life. Cool, 1,036 life. All right, here's my Flooded Strand. Go. You know what? Fuck it. Attack with everything. All right, opponent, it's your turn, buddy. You have no cards left in your deck. Okay. I'm just like randomly clicking. I don't know if it matters. Left stream on, went and touched grass for a bit. What did I just walk back in on? Nothing good, dude. Nothing good. On the bright side, we just won. My opponent has no cards left in their library. I just click this F6 button until they lose. They gush and okay, they killed themselves. Awesome. Okay, GG. What the fuck? Okay, what do I do? I don't think there's anything to do. Do I bring an E-Plague naming Sliver? I think I Pyroblast Do I want Crystalline Sliver? Or do I want to make this game about no Crystalline Slivers allowed? Meddling Mage seems weird. I think it's just Pyros. And like, what comes out? Gush. 62 card deck. Literally, who cares? What's going on, Ivan? How you doing, baby? Worship? Probably. I don't know, man. You know what? Yeah, here. They're gonna play Crystalline Sliver. Why should I bother? Take out a Plated, bring in a Worship, take out a foil, go. You know what? Let's go up to 62. Wait, nope, they already submitted. Okay. Attack is to bring in everything so you can deck them better. True. Okay, what's this? A turn 1 Crystalline Sliver, turn 2 Crystalline Sliver? Keep. I have a plan. Portent for sure. All right, you can draw a card. Let's go land, diamond, cast, pitch, island, Crystalline Sliver. You may go. They're portenting again. Are they looking for a land here or what? Is the plan to play 2 Crystalline Slivers and decline to draw additional cards? Yeah, I think so. An island for sure. All right, you draw off Portent. I'll draw for turn. Land, combat, attack with Crystalline, play a Crystalline. You can go. Muscle Sliver, Plated Sliver, Plated, check. Winged, check. All right, my dudes are bigger than yours. They can double up on one and I still keep a Crystalline. So Crystalline versus their 1 Sliver. Of course, I could just start F6ing. Let's try to make our land drop. Impulse, Worship, that's pretty cool, but I'll grab City. This might actually matter. So Fire, Ice, Portent, Worship. City of Brass, Winged Sliver, I guess. Blue 1. And then, wait, can these kill? These can't kill. Combat. I can just attack. They're at 13. 1, 2, Winged Sliver, for sure. Now they can triple block to kill, I guess. They Gush. Crystalline. Stone Cold, nothing. Foil. Go. 1, 2, Winged Sliver. I'll just hardcast foil. Draw a counterspell. Let's just play Essence Sliver, I guess. And go. Impulse in the main phase is cool. Flooded Strand. Is it time to make a Sliver? Or are we just passing? I draw. How big are you? You're a 3/4. They have 3 power. That thing can just attack. Land, combat, attack for 3. Damage. I'll gain the 3 and you may go. They fetch to 9. Land, tap for 3/4. Counterspell your Essence Sliver. Only me. Tap for a red Pyro. Impulse. Wow. I'll take a land. Any order. Yield through the turn. Wait, where did their Essence Sliver go? Didn't you Pyroblast my counterspell? Whatever. Combat. I have no clue what happened. Opponent's asking what happened. Why didn't the spell get countered? I think we broke the client, buddy. All right, continue. Time to breathe. Sits down, opens PC, slam head first into the Sliver mirror. Yeah, basically. Opponent says GG's. Is that it? Declares attackers. Don't say GG's and keep. Okay, thank you. GG's. Okay. We 3-2'd. And we got jump scared. We got absolutely jump scared by the Sliver mirror match from a chatter. Played it pretty well. Man, I clicked on the Essence Sliver and not the counter. Oh, because you can still target it with Pyroblast because of the way Pyroblast's worded. It's if it's blue, not counter target blue spell. That's tough. I thought for a second we broke the game with all those Essence Sliver triggers. Yeah, good games. That was absurd. I never want to do that again. This deck's sweet. Play it. If anyone in your local town plays this deck, don't play it because the mirror match is not something I think you want to mess with. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time.